Hello. Okay, playing with Prisma today. I'm trying to get back into Prisma because I took like a bit of a break from it because I just strictly played with vibrant visuals, like at the base level. But we're going to get back into Prisma, I think. I need to do some setting stuff though. I think. Okay. How do I do this? I always forget how to do this. Settings, and I usually do that. Yeah, Prisma is very well done. Very well done for like how early it came out. It's done really well, I think. Obviously, I've not really played with the other shaders, but so I don't know if Prisma's the best one, but I do really like Prisma. The only issue I have though is like it takes forever to load into a world, which I don't know if that's just because my world is like 600 gigabytes or not gigabytes, megabytes, or what. But it takes a while to load. Apart from that though, pretty sick. Okay. So, last stream. What's up, Dylan? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. Last stream, I was doing some mining area stuff. I think. I don't know how much. Where's the entrance? I don't know how much. So we'll show off it all today, but I don't know how much you've seen of it. We'll soon find out. You should keep streaming until you hit day 8888. I should, shouldn't I? That'd be mental. I'd be here like all day. Okay. So, in case you missed it, the mining area has a proper entrance. After 8,000 days, it has a proper entrance. And I'm quite happy with it. It took a while to like design, but it's really nice in my opinion. Obviously the sign, mine entrance. Sorry about that. Hang on, let me try and sort out my mic. Okay, it's good. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to kill your ears. Wonder if you'll do a live co-stream? A co-stream with... Oh, with Minecraft Live? Probably not. No, my plan is to like... stream afterwards, because it's on like a Saturday, isn't it? I don't even know. And talk about it then. But you'll probably get my like instant reaction on Twitter anyway, if you follow me on Twitter. So you get like my initial instant reaction, and then on stream I'll delve into it obviously more. But yeah, I'll be watching with you guys. Don't like I will be here to watch it, just not live. But yeah, we'll be talking about that today because there's a lot to talk about. Funny enough, finally, it's been it's so long, but finally. Anyway, another thing as well, we've designed a little. I don't know how you'd describe this, or show off thing. It's kind of to show how wealthy Lightborn is, in a sense. And obviously there's chains here that are like there to kind of stop the ores from overflowing, so. Yeah, I did add, originally I was going to go with fences, but I think chains fit a lot better. So we've got every ore that I want. We don't have copper. I don't really want copper because copper is represented in something else. But we need to get more diamond. It's like a stack, I want to say, of diamond ore. 24th is a guaranteed release now? I think so. I think it will be the Tuesday afterwards. It just makes sense for them to be like, oh, by the way, Tiny Takeover releases next week. Because, like, we'll be in release candidates probably next week, maybe. Is that a whole cube of deepslate coal? It is. I had to go mining for more because the amount I had wasn't enough. So, whilst I went mining for deepslate coal, I mined all the other ores and stuff. But the reason why I have not made a copper thing is because you guys might remember I made a copper golem statue. And the reason why I'm not showing it off is, well, because it oxidizes and I'm right below it pretty much, like I'm in the mine area. It's starting to oxidize completely. I want to say almost every single block is now at least in its second phase. This is the first green block, which is kind of exciting. I believe there's like the head, right? Yeah, so the head, the arm, and the little bulb above it. But I mean, I've got more work to do in this area, so I'm assuming this will like oxidize to its second stage fully, which is really exciting. Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't do a copper showcase, because again, there's a literal statue dedicated to copper. So today, I want to get some more dark oak and obviously the diamonds. So we'll get the diamonds first. As well as the ore showcase and mine entrance, we've also done this. Now you notice the walls are missing because I want to do dark oak planks, which is why we need a lot of dark oak across the walls. But this is the updated, if you remember, we had a little railway station that connected from here to underground, right? It was just a staircase. There's two, because one is like the minecart for you, if you want to take a minecart down, and the other is for the chest with a minecart. So it's definitely, it's updated basically. There's no lag on my end, no. No lag on my end. You may need to refresh. So before we actually go mining, I will get rid of stuff in my inventory because I've got a ton of stuff I don't want to take with me. So let's do that. Let's get some torches as well. I don't know how... It's roughly a stack of diamonds. Like, I'm just going to assume it's a stack of diamond ore. Which honestly isn't that much. So, hopefully we kind of breeze through it, but who knows, right? But obviously, as we... yeah, if you're desynced from like lag earlier, you should like just reset, just refresh the stream. Because it's not lagging on my end. Are we caving or strip mining? I've done a lot of caving for the other ores, so I don't think I want to go back and go caving. Because I've done a lot of it already. So I think strip mining as well will be a lot quicker for us. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I might eat my words and it may not be quick at all. But who knows, right? We'll find out soon enough. So let's just get rid of a bunch of stuff. We don't really want any of this stuff. Let me put... Actually, I'm going to turn these into sticks. And then the rest into crafting. Wait, do I not have crafting tables already? Yeah, I've got 3. You know what? We'll make extras. We'll make extras. It's okay. You never know. You may need 22 crafting tables at some point. Who knows? I want a stack of torches, but I also want to take a stack of coal with me. This is normally... Fuck, I didn't... Wait. I need more sticks. Shit. This is normally what I do when I go mining. This is normally what I prepare for. Stack of torches, stack of sticks. What was that about desync? I was just saying, like, if you desync, just refresh the stream. Normally. That normally helps it, but Twitch is a pain. I do agree. Okay, so what we're going to do as well is we're going to put this minecart away. That'd be a good idea. Lag's over now. Yeah, I'm assuming it might have just been on your end. I'm hoping as well that it wasn't on my end. We might hit 8,300 days this stream. Depending on how I feel. Of course. Who knows. But we may do. Which is kind of insane. But... okay, let me put the shears... what was I also wanting? More food and fireworks, because I'm running low on both. So fireworks, food, just a stack, don't get greedy, and just a stack. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Yeah, we are. Okay, so... and that's basically, I mean, that's the ore area done, but I want to do like a kind of overhang above it kind of thing, so that's why like it looks a bit messy right now. But I just want to get the ores done, because goddamn that takes a while. But we are going to need a lot of dark oak for this entrance, the entrance down there, the walls, and the overhang that I do. So I might need to destroy another part of the dark oak forest, unfortunately. But... ow, how am I taking damage? What? Yeah, I'm not lagging myself. Okay, I think they're powered. I was just wondering, because it's hard to tell with VV. Let's find somewhere to mine, because there's a lot of tunnels. I don't know how many tunnels there are in this area. Honestly, not much. You were in the storage room. And now you're talking about dark oak. I was reading chat, fuck. Yeah, lag is weird like that. You could probably find a stream where someone like lags at the beginning of Minecraft to the end of Minecraft. Like punching a tree and then all the way to killing a dragon. It'd be pretty funny actually. Okay, so we're gonna mine at... I'm gonna sip some tea. We're gonna mine at 58. I'd like 58 to mine at for diamonds. I think it's a decent Y level. We might crawl as well. But who knows? I don't know if I'll, like, go into caves, really. I mean, I don't really need to. So... plus, I do think strip mining is better long term. Getting diamond. Just because of how it spawns, right, in walls, and like if it's exposed to air, you're likely to get like one or two, which isn't bad because they did increase the diamond rates again, like a few drops ago, right? I remember they did that. But I still think strip mining is kind of the meta still. I will mine the ores though. If I see any ores in the strip mine, I'll mine them. They did? I'm pretty sure they did. Like, they've constantly been updating the spawn rates of diamond ore. I forget how recent it was, but I know for a fact they did. Okay, pro tip, by the way, this doesn't always work, but I, most of the time, do mine these gravel patches. Now, it may be, like, a waste of time, half the time, as it is probably about to be now, but there's a chance you may find diamond. And it's a lot easier, like, you're clearing out a bunch of blocks very quickly, unless you're using, like, a stone shovel. But if you've got, like, a netherite shovel, you should be constantly mining the gravel patches, because it's just, it could benefit you, right? But I mean, oftentimes it doesn't. Oftentimes there's no ores, right? Keep going, I think it's fine. Yeah, like, I don't mine gravel if I don't have, like, a diamond shovel, at least. Even, like, an iron shovel, I don't bother mining the gravel. Now, has that hindered me early game? Probably. I mean, I don't know. There's probably a bunch of diamonds nearby me that I just don't know. As I was digging the staircase, the second staircase out for the minecarts, there was diamonds right there. Like, in the, like, so, like, they were right in the walls, behind my original staircase. And I never knew, so... Silent Destroyer, hello! Welcome to the stream, thank you for the follow. Hope you're well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I mean, this gravel patch is... yeah, it was kind of mid, but... there's multiple diamond veins per trunk now, so there's an obscene amount you haven't seen. Oh yeah, there's a bunch I've not seen. I think I hear lava, but I'm not gonna engage with it because I don't like lava. Lava scares me. Or it's my inner thoughts talking to me. Either one, I don't want to engage with right now, so we're gonna ignore both of those and continue mining. Okay, but yeah, Minecraft Live did get announced. Fine, dude, I've been waiting so long. It's not even just, like, honestly, it's more so just to get this drop over and done with. Because I'm so, and you guys know, right, I've been talking about, I've said this so many times, I'm so over this, like, baby drop, bro. It's not like, it's not a bad drop. I just feel like it's dragged on, for, like, oh, hello, for so long, that I'm kind of just like, okay, next, you know what I mean? Like, can we, you know, and like, I was thinking to myself, it does get announced today, there's no way it doesn't, but I was like, it'll get announced like for the 31st. So I'm quite surprised it's the 24th, if I'm honest. I'm not 31st, that'll be when the drop would release if it was later. Yeah, but, so I'm quite surprised it's on 24th and not later. Now you could argue it's still pretty late, and they are cutting it a bit thin, but, I mean, as long as it happens in March, I'm not really too bothered. As long as the drop, the spring drop and the Minecraft Live both happen in March, I'm not really bothered. Because there is no reason why the Tiny Takeover doesn't release in March. There's like, it's done on Bedrock, right? It's done, like, it's completed on Bedrock. And like, they've obviously like, already done the certification testing and stuff. So it's just Java, really, which is fine. We're gonna mine somewhere else. Lava scares me. I feel like every live is always announced at a point where everyone feels like it was announced too late, but genuinely it always feels last second. I don't know, I feel like this one in particular, for me, feels like it's taken a while. But again, you know, it's probably because I'm not the biggest fan of this drop. I'm not saying, like, it's bad, again, you know, but it's just, you know, it's one of those things, right? And that's fine. Like, the essence of the drop system is that you're not realistically gonna like every single drop, right? Which is, it is what it is, you know. And realistically speaking, there's not a drop up until this point that I can say I haven't really liked. I mean, I used to not like the Pale Garden drop, but now I love it. So. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a ton of fake leaks. A ton. I'm assuming it's going to start literally whenever. You know, it sucks, but what doesn't suck about it is so, for some reason, you can tell that graphic design is not Minecraft leakers' passion because they can't seem to make a convincing leak, right? And I have no issue with insulting Minecraft leakers because of what they do. Like it's so scummy. Like Roger Badgerman is the only one that's actually like done it properly, in my opinion. Without shitting on everything, you know, yeah, lying isn't their passion either. It's just like, and I will always remember the summer drop last year, where they were talking about the flying mounts. Now, did they get a flying mount right? Sure, they got that part right, yeah, but they didn't get the part of what it actually was. They said it was in a cold biome. It's in the Nether. You know, it's like, because what they did, what I'm assuming the leaker did was build off of Spring to Life, and it was like, well, the cold biomes haven't got any content, so the summer drop will build off of that. Which was, I'll give it to them. That's a smart reasoning. A lot of people thought they would do that, right? But they didn't, right? They went in the completely opposite direction. They went to literal hell in the summer drop. So you could argue not really cold at all, but maybe Never Wastes is pretty cool. Or cold, even. I checked last live. Its date was revealed on the 10th. It aired on the 27th, so basically the same time frame. It's like 11 days, right, this year? I think, I don't know, I was reading like a tweet from someone. It's like 11 days. Which honestly isn't that long, in the grand scheme of things. But I'd be very surprised if the drop releases any later. But I don't know what they're going to talk about. Forget what they're going to talk about. What are they even going to do? Because, like, there's no Minecraft movie. They don't have anything to show for the Minecraft movie. Because, like, okay, they can talk about it, but they've got nothing to show for it because it starts filming in April. Or May, I think. One of the two, right? They haven't got animations. Now, I know they could do, like, some other animation, but I doubt it. Right? So that's 10 minutes off of the event, right? Give or take. They've got the drop announcement, like the drop release announcement, and the new drop. Dungeons 2, yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I don't know. I'm just like, I wish it was just longer, bro. You're telling me these guys, like, I know for a fact the Mojang devs want to talk about the event longer. Or the game, I guess, longer. But they're given like 30 minutes. And like, get rid of the transition screens, get rid of the community showcase that they do. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying, like, like, get rid of all of that, alright, and there's like 10 minutes left of the event, you know? What I'm saying is, there's a shit ton of filler in the event, and there has been since COVID, unfortunately. Like, the last, in my opinion, decent Minecraft Live was Caves and Cliffs. That was, like, phenomenal, and I probably won't forget that experience, because it blew my mind. But all the others, I mean, I know 1.20 was relatively normal, but I wish the mob votes were back. I miss them. I think they are. Now, I don't think there's new ones, but I think I hope, maybe I don't think, but I hope that Mojang have looked at the success of the Copper Golem, which was already a popular mob, so maybe this is unfair to say, but the Copper Golem release was very successful. Very, I'm pretty sure the Copper Age is the best rated drop last year, and that's for a good reason, right? So I hope that they look on that and they're like, oh, they actually do like the mob vote losers. Maybe we should add them in. And like, people will say, but you know, haven't they not had them in rotation ever since? I don't think so. I mean, they've said they've always said that the drops have been in rotation. Not the drops, the mob votes have always been in rotation, and they're just waiting to add them. I don't believe that because the Moot Bloom could have been added in Springs Alive. The Iceologer could have been added in Tricky Trials, right? So there's like, I just think they're hesitant, right? Personally, I'd prefer they add all the remaining mob votes before they consider doing mob votes again. I agree, Greystone, and welcome to the stream, by the way. Welcome back. I agree. I think and I've said this before, this community sucks at managing expectations, so I don't really like the idea of bringing back something that raises expectations. Yeah, maybe. But I imagine that every single, again, I've said this loads of times, almost every single mob vote loser is getting reworked. Except the crab and the Iceologer, I can see every single mob vote getting reworked. Because I don't think the others fit into the base game. In my opinion. But, who knows, right? I just think the fact that because I don't think the Copper Golem, yes, it was popular beforehand, but it got really popular because of what it did, what it now does, right? No, it's way more exciting than, oh, this orange blob can now press buttons, right? It's, oh, this orange blob can now sort inventories and chests and stuff. So yeah, I think my point is, basically, I do think that mob vote losers are in rotation now. Yeah, the stream's not lagging for me, Corn. I don't know if it's lagging for anyone else, but it's fine for me. Other than that, Dungeons 2, I guess. But I don't know how much they'll show off Dungeons 2, but I think they have to. I think, because like, I've been talking about this for so long. I've thought that it's been not cancelled per se, but delayed. In my opinion, I think it's been delayed. Also, the Netflix series, what happened to that? I think Jeb said, like, because he does the blue sky interactions sometimes, that they're still working on it. I don't trust that because you guys know how I feel about Mojang saying we're working on this or it's coming soon or etc. etc. I don't really believe that. Let me see it first and then I'll believe it. Which of the remaining mob votes do you think want added next? Personally, I'm hoping for the Iceologer. Iceologer for one, yeah. Moo Bloom, because it's the only mob now that I voted for that's not in the game. Every single other mob I voted for is in the game. Yes, I did vote for the Phantom, sue me. The Penguin. The Crab, because it gives... The Crab, you cannot sit there and tell me that the Crab does not come with offhand priority. Because of the Crab Claw. It does. There's no way Mojang would add the Crab without doing offhand priority. So, the Crab, right? That it? Can't think of any... I mean, the Hovering Inferno, or the Blazing Inferno, or the Blaze with the shield thing is sick as well. So I'd love to see that. That'd be a fire ominous trial boss. But honestly, I want all of them. Like, there should be no reason why Mojang can't add all of them. Wildfire. Yeah, I always called it the Hovering Inferno because I think that's what Jeb called it at the very beginning. Crab and Tough call them my babies. What's up, Rosie? What's up, Rosie? Yeah, the thing about the Tough column is I think we talk about oh yeah, this mob vote needs a rework. There is no mob vote, in my opinion, that needs a bigger rework than the tough golem. Um, I don't know what it could do, but I think it belongs in the game. I just don't know what it could do. But I do know that what it did isn't really that viable anymore. I'll be honest, out of all the mob votes, the ones from 2017 are just never going to be added. Um, 2 out of 4 of them, because we have obviously the Phantom. The other one that will not be added, with 100%, I can guarantee this. They could rework it. They could. The dinosaur. There's a dinosaur that if you gave it enchanted tools, it like de-enchants them. Now this was before the grindstone came into the game, and basically made this whole. Now we talk about reworks. They could rework it, right? Obviously before the copper golem got reworked, I was like, yeah, the dinosaur is dead. Like, there's no way they're going to add the dinosaur again because its purpose is useless, right? But I don't know. They should. Wildflower. I keep saying wildflower. The wildfire did get added to dungeons, but I still doubt it'll be in the middle of the game. Yeah, you can't really use dungeons or really any spin-off as a base for. Oh yeah, this is coming into the game. Although I would like the end from dungeons, if you know, you know, to come to base game Minecraft, but you know, who knows? I have to wonder as well, like, what are the chances of Mojang? You know, like in the announcement trailers, Mojang are like new game drops, and it's always usually one that they announce. What are the chances they announce two? Like, what are the chances they announce They announce the summer drop. They announce dungeons, and then are like, by the way, Dungeons and Minecraft, the base game, have a link, and the base game will be seeing this, and it's what like Elijah, fourth dimension, whatever stuff. That would blow my mind. Do you want new Enderman variants or unique end mobs? Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. I kind of want a similar thing to. In Dungeons, there's like an end worm thing, right? I believe. I've not played Dungeons that much, so. And I haven't touched Echoing Void at all. But there's like a end worm thing. I think you add it to the base game. You have like a mini boss before the dragon fight. Or the dragon gets to half health, needs to like recover, so she flies down, and as she flies down and perches and heals, this end centipede thing comes out of the ground and is like the boss fight. And then by the time you kill that boss, the Ender Dragon's fully healed. Or not fully healed, but like stronger, and then there's phase 2. I think that'd be fucking fire. There's so much they could do with the end. Which is why I think Mojang know that. I think they know that there's a shite ton of potential with the end. They just need a lot of time to fully enhance its capabilities, for lack of a better word. So I don't think the end update is actually anytime soon. To be honest with you. I do think a fourth dimension is more likely. I think a fourth dimension would be them testing the waters, whether that be in generation, because it might be like floating islands again, or mob AI, or tool, it'll be like a testing ground for them. It'll still be very good, but it'll be pretty obvious that yeah, this is going to be used as a baseline for the end update. Which is fine for them to do, by the way. I wouldn't be surprised, and I do think they will do that. I think it's current drop and next drop by a few drops. Yeah, I think it's just them talking about this drop and the summer drop, but it'd be insane if they actually showed us 2 drops. That would like shock me personally. But there's wishful thinking, you know. I just wish they stopped saying new game drops, because every year there's always someone that's like, what, they're going to announce more than one? And although I'd love for them to do that, they're not going to. Which is a shame, but it's what it is, I guess. We have 45 diamonds. I might go back and see how many diamonds we... Okay, let's mine these. Okay. Let's take a break and place them down. And if we need any more, we'll come back down. Yeah, secrets are just behind the scenes stuff. It's nothing too crazy. They've been experimenting a lot with alternate dimensions in April Fool's updates, and those have been known to usually be playtests for certain features. Yes. Copper grates, stained glass. I'm missing another bigger one, but I remember those two strongly were in April Fools. Now, Mojang will say, look, we don't, like, none of this is considered for the base game. It is. It is. Right? But, who knows? Resin was added in the potato snapshot first. Was it really? I didn't actually, because obviously Bedrock had it differently. It was like a marketplace world or whatever. I can't actually remember what it was. Okay, that was Lapis. I was running and I thought that was Diamond. I don't miss Diamond ever. That reaffirms it. But yeah, April Fools will be interesting to see what they do, because obviously they've got creative freedom over that completely. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. How many blocks did I mine? God, that's only been half an hour. I'm really hoping 48 diamonds. I don't think it's going to be enough, but I just want to see how much it does. You know? I don't like the people that go, they put more effort into April Fools than a regular update. Like they've less control. Yeah, exactly. The people that say that are, where's the way out? Are wrong. They're genuinely they're wrong. Obviously, Mojang don't need to really test for bugs. There's no certification process. There's no pre-release. Like I said earlier, they've got creative freedom, so they can do whatever they want. Microsoft aren't telling them what to do, which they do with the drops and updates, but to an extent, I think, anyway. Like, of course, the devs have some creative freedoms over the drops, but like, they have complete freedom over April Fools always, and it shows, right? It clearly it shows. But it's clear in my mind that Microsoft really wanted this drop because of its marketing capabilities and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't agree with people that say that, and you get it every year. Every year there's someone that's like, and it gets like thousands of likes on Twitter. It's a hit tweet, you know, but it's just wrong. So, you know, it's just like, it is what it is. Okay, we've got to be almost free. Surely. I can't exactly see, but it's funny because Minecraft Live, tiny takeover, and April Fools are happening very close to each other. It's quite interesting. I still desperately want the monsters of the ocean depths, aka the barnacle. Dude, don't get me started. I live next to like a major ocean, not in real life, in Minecraft, and I'd imagine they do what they did with the Nautilus, and it would be able to spawn in old oceans. And if it did, I'd be terrified. To be honest, you can't really fault them. I do. Honest, maybe you can't, but I still do. There's a lot of negative criticism of Minecraft that's just wrong, right? You can criticize the game and the company for its faults. There are a lot. But there are some things that's like, okay, this is just a non-issue, B, not a real thing, right? It is not realistic that Mojang spend more time on April Fools than they do the other drops. You know? But no, I agree. The fact that the barnacle's not in the game, dude, the barnacle could be like a trial chamber-esque boss. It could, dude, it could be insane. But yeah, my ocean would be terrifying. So maybe I don't want that. But who knows? I'm up for the challenge anyway. Oh, we are not close. I think. Okay, we're close, but I don't think we've finished it. Elder Guardian isn't much of a boss. I don't count it as a boss, no. Which is sad, because I love the Guardian. The Guardian is actually my favourite hostile mob, fun fact. And by extension, I of course love the Guardian. How much are we needing? Oh, there's no way we need 2 more. There's no way we need 2 more, bro. Are you serious? Okay. Back in the mines, I guess. No, but yeah, I mean, like, Update Aquatic was probably my favourite update, right? Now it changes sometimes. Like, my favourite update used to be 1.18. And then before that, it was Village and Pillage, right? So it changes sometimes. But even despite Update Aquatic being, in my opinion, the best, like, update, there's still a lot more you could do with the oceans. So I do hope Mojang know that and recognise that, which I think they do. Okay, I'm literally only here for 2 more diamonds, so please, Minecraft gods, please present me. It's gonna take. I know it's gonna take forever. I'm about to get trolled and be here for like another half an hour. Oceans also needs to be much deeper. Exactly. And you can introduce the barnacle in that way, right? To justify deeper oceans. Now, I thought, personally, when we got the Nautilus, they were going to make oceans deeper, but they didn't, right? Which, you know, it is what it is. Maybe it wasn't the right time to, which is fine. But that still is an issue, right? Please, bro, I need... Dude, I've been kind of lucky today. Kind of not that bad with my diamond luck. So if I could get 2... I'm not asking for much, just like 2 diamond ore. That'd be swell, in my opinion. Not gonna happen though, is it? It's not gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, I personally hope that the summer drop is a long-term initiative. And what do I mean by that? I hope it's either one of these things. Combat, enchanting, brewing, inventory, villager trading, or fishing. One of those things needs to be updated in this summer drop, in my opinion. Yeah, the drop isn't aquatic focused. Yeah. I think like initially I thought it would be, but it lent more towards like mounts, obviously, because mounts are mayhem. But there was some like hope, I guess, that the mayhem part of it was deeper oceans because it's kind of crazy, you know. Deep oceans sound kind of scary, but yeah, obviously, looking back, it didn't make much sense. Bro, am I seriously not gonna get I'm being trolled by the game right now. I don't like this at all, to be honest with you. There's got to be some here, surely. But yeah, I do hope that the next drop is something bigger. You know? But I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much. Because I don't want to be, like, disappointed. Like, I don't want to, like... When Minecraft 5 rolls around, I don't want to be like, yeah, it's going to be, like, combat or something. And then it's like, we're adding Juan, the pink chicken, to the game. It's like, oh, okay. You know, I don't want it to be one of those situations. Which very, very could easily be, by the way. I wouldn't mind it if they added a new wood either. Like, normally I'd be like, but we haven't seen a new wood or new biome or new structure. Have we seen a new structure at all in the drop cycle? I don't think we have we? I wouldn't count 1.21 as a drop. It wasn't a drop, really. So the trial chamber, no, I wouldn't. I don't think there has been. Which is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy enough that, you know, we haven't seen a new block set or new wood set or new biome in over a year. But, like, for a structure, not at all. That's kind of mental, to me at least. I highly doubt it will happen anytime soon, if at all. But we really need a new boss, I agree. There's been so many powerful weapons and items added, and yet there's only one really... only three, sorry. Mobs challenging enough for them to be really justified, and one of them you aren't even intended to fight, let alone kill. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'd like a third boss. It just depends how you do it, right? There are new blocks though, Copper Age added shelves. It's kind of a grey area. Like it depends on the individual. Do you count shelves as full blocks? I personally don't. But some people might. I personally don't know. So that's why, like, in my opinion, no, I think we have not seen a new block set in, well, since Resin, right? I actually like thinking of Tricky Trials as a drop, as it fit right in within the schedule and kind of matched the structure, but yeah, it's not officially considered one. I know I've spoken about this before. I think previous updates were drops at the time. They just didn't really know what a drop was. I think Buzzy Bees and Frostburn were both drops. Now 1.21 could be, but I'm not entirely sure. But no, I do believe that they had drops before. Like, it didn't start with bats and pots. Now officially I'll say it did, but in my headcanon, and in my opinion, it didn't. It was Frostburn, which was the magma and polar bear stuff. Finally, okay. I only need two, but I'm gonna mine all these anyway. And hopefully pick them up, okay. That'd be very awkward if I, like, didn't mine them and just, like, ran away. It'd be very sad as well. But yeah, who knows? They could literally go in any direction. That's kind of what's scary a little bit. They could go in any direction with this next drop. As long as it's, like, big, I don't care what it is, genuinely. Obviously, I'd prefer if it was combat related, right? Ideally, I'd prefer a combat update. But if it was a bigger than normal drop and it fixed a long-term issue, I'm sold. Like fishing, right? Which I think is the most likely thing to get overhauled first. I'd be completely fine with. Because, I mean, fishing is so boring and so dull that it needs something. Okay, we're going to have to throw away all these blocks again, but It's all good. Let me like dig a hole or put it in this hole actually. How many like Jesus Christ, that's a lot. So yeah, I want to have like an actual entrance here. That's my plan anyway. Make it stand out a little bit. Ow. 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 Ooh, okay. I'm not dead yet. I think the biggest hope of mine for a combat drop is the fact the fletching table still doesn't do anything. Nah. I like that its only use is furnace fuel. What do you mean? It's criminal that it has not got a use in how many years? How many years has it been since Village and Pillage? Don't tell me. I don't actually want to know because I'll feel old. It is inconceivable. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Inconceivable to me. 7 years. Okay, now I definitely feel old. That it still hasn't got a use. When like I can imagine its user like its interface pretty well, right? How did I open that from that angle? That was weird. But yeah, I agree. The fletching table would have to be a priority, in my opinion. Not even just like a side feature, a priority. Because if you were cynical enough, one could say that Village and Pillage still isn't finished. If you were cynical enough, I mean. Which, I mean, I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if that's a correct assessment to make. But the fletching table hasn't got any use. Okay, so we're going to mine some dark oak, and I'll mine all the other dark oak blocks I need off stream because, And then we'll work on the entrances to the second mine entrance. I don't know why I don't take mine carts. Oh, because it's right here. Okay. Never mind. Why am I here? Dark Oak. Have I got amnesia? Probably. But I was optimistic about the knockback change. I've not tested it yet, but there's a knockback change on Bedrock. Is it? I mean, it's parity, so yeah. That's promising, But I think today's preview was very good. I think they did a very good preview today. Full of parity stuff. The end flashes are no longer purely VV stuff. They're actually like in the base game now. Which, I mean, they've been in the base game for Java for quite a while, obviously, because Java doesn't have VV. And they wanted to add the end flashes to Java, but it was always for strictly VV, right? Which I never really understood. Like, after Java got it. Why didn't Bedrock get it? But, hey, better late than never. But I guess this is what they'll do next week as well. At least I'm hoping, right? It's like another parity week. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, like, I play with VV pretty much all the time now. Very rarely do I not play with VV. So I don't really, and I also don't go into the end, really. So I have not noticed it, but it is nice that, for low-end devices, you can experience the end flashes. Let's get another stack of wood. Mind that. Okay. But yeah, they could go in so many. My point is, like my overall point, again, is that they could go in so many directions with this drop where it's to the point where I can't really predict the direction of it. Normally, you can, right? 'Cause, like the back end stuff they do with the technical changes, but because the technical changes they've done recently, past few months really, have been in like they've done stuff for fishing, they've done stuff for combat, they've done stuff for this, that, and the other. Um, it's so hard to tell, and like it's not a bad thing. I'm not like complaining like how dare they do this, you know. It's just a pain because I'd like to be able to predict what's coming. I'm selfish like that. No, but it'd just be nice, in my opinion. Okay, let me get some couple to deep slate. I think a stack will do fine. But yeah, could you imagine the barnacle in this? Oh, dude, my harbour would be destroyed. Okay, Slate of the Deep. Give me a stack. If the stack isn't enough, I might cry, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. Who knows? Almost just flew into that block. I'm getting better at not flying into things. Well, I mean, like, I usually am pretty good. I just sometimes don't pay attention. So... Okay, I kind of want to mimic this design. A little bit. So it's actually like that. No, there's stairs there. I'm dumb. I am not smart, apparently. Give me some stairs of the dark oak variety. Probably gonna need more, to be honest, but 8 will do me just fine for the time being. Wait a minute. Stair goes there. Oh no, it's upside down, isn't it? Dude, what am I doing? I'm trolling. I can't even remember my own build. Well, it's literally right there. Kind of awkward. Let me come over here, fill that in. Frick. Okay. Nice. And I need some tile fences, or is that... No, that's not... Is that... No, that's brick, right? Just to make sure, yeah. Easily the biggest problem with Mojang lately is they're updating too many different aspects of the game, except for the ones that the community in game... I completely agree. Am I saying that Tiny Takeover is a bad drop? No. But find me a person, right, that has Tiny Takeover, like the essence of, oh, I want to remake every baby mob as like top 10 priorities they want to see focused on in the game. Spoiler alert, I highly doubt you'll find anyone. Because it's just... Again, it's not bad. It is not bad. It was definitely needed. But what else is needed is all the others, and I'm talking all the other systems, need to be updated. Every single one. And every single one is being ignored. To our knowledge, right? Now, I could be eating my words. In 2 weeks' time, I could be sat here being like, oh, I was fucking wrong. And I'd be glad to be wrong, right? But lately, it's been pretty true that the old systems have, you know, had like neglect. How have I done this? So there's stairs inward that we could do, and the stair on top. Okay. Nice. But no, I completely agree with that sentiment. I think you've got it right on the money there. Is that expression? It is now. I think that, like... Yeah, I completely agree. Now, that's not to say, like, I do think some devs prioritize other things. Like, I think some devs do prioritize, you know, oh, I want this enchanting update or whatever. But the Microsoft overlords probably have a different way of doing things, unfortunately. Okay, and the sign can go there. Out of all recent updates, the only one that updated a feature is in the game really needed was the Copper Age. Could you argue Bundles of Bravery with inventory? Now, I'm not saying it was a blanket fix. Like, obviously, inventory is still actually a widespread issue, but it did help alleviate some of the pressure of inventory management. Obviously, Jeb's stance on inventory management is a bit iffy. I agree with it, but a lot of people won't, right? So, but I think you could argue Bundles of Bravery did, to an extent, not a major extent maybe, but to an extent it did help with inventory management. Okay, realistically speaking, I think that's all like I need to really do for this. I don't need to go crazy. Might add like trapdoors maybe. Yeah, you know what, we'll add some trapdoors. How do I do this? Okay. I'll be honest, I forgot about that update. I really like Bonds of Bravery, honestly. I think priorities can be a bit strange. I agree, no. Well, there's a lot of big things that need to be addressed, but those things take time. Some of the priorities feel less impactful, but add up and are easier to implement. No, I completely agree. You're not wrong in saying that. I think eventually, what Mojang do, when you eventually do these little things like, Enderman, please don't kill me. When you're like, doing smaller, quote unquote, because it depends on the person, things like maybe mob redesigns, what you're doing is eventually you're closing in. Inevitably, you are closing in on the older systems. So it gets to a point, at some point, you have no choice but to update them. So, and that's why I say, I don't think we've had a bad drop, because I think every drop has moved the game forward. Now, as long as the drops can do that, I'm fine with it. You know, I'll have some, like irks of it. Like, again, I'm not the biggest fan of Tiny Takeover, but it does move the game forward, and I respect that. It's also one of the only complete drops we've gotten, right? So that's another thing as well. In my opinion, it's one of the only complete drops. But again, that's down to personal preference. So I will get this right. Yes. Took us a while, but we got there in the end. Can you place redstone torches on stairs? We're about to figure this out. No. Piss. I mean, that works. I like that, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna hang on to this ender chest for a moment. Okay, give me a sin. Wait, we're gonna have to... Okay, let me do this first. I'm assuming the roof will still be tiles. So let's do the tiles. Damn it. Okay. A few more blocks. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. And what we'll do... Do I like that? Because I'd have to swap... Let me swap the stair. No, because the gap's there. Okay, yeah, no, we'll get rid of this pole for now. Oh yeah, we have to get rid of it anyway, because the sign needs to go there. I'm stupid. Sign. Oh no, this button! Dude, please. Dude, the emote button, this button, I hate. I don't know why I press it so much, but it's so annoying. Okay. Quick. Mine. Entrance. And what else? Or storage. Or loot. Trans. Lives matter. Portation. How do I spell transportation? That's not a long ass word. What the fuck? Okay. Well, obviously we can't see it right now, so let me just fix that real quick. We have U and U. Boom. We're in business. We are in business. For what exactly? Not entirely sure. But we are in business. Oh, piss off, you eight-legged freak. Okay, let's do this. Surely you won't... Dude. Spider's AI, I don't know if, like, I'm going insane. Spider's AI is so weird, man. I don't fully understand them. They're very odd creatures. Creatures of the dark. I was trying to come up with something clever, but I couldn't. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Oh, I just didn't mind. Okay. Whew. Wait, I filled all this. Are you serious? Okay, no, I'll tell you what. Let's just... That's fine. If we've already done... Tiles. We might as well do tiles here as well. I just need to get more deep slate, which is it's fine. I guess I'll survive. Maybe. Who knows? Just gonna take a little bit to mine these. Almost done. Okay, to the deep slate chest we go. Onward. Can I empty my inventory of anything? Not really. Okay. How much are we gonna need? Actually, do I have any left over? I can yoink. Piss. Thinking about combat drop, sorry. I wonder if part of the long wait relates to the visual identity of the game. The spear having proper animations feels very significant. It is strange, isn't it? The spear, the trident, the crossbow to an extent, although not really. They do have unique stuff to them. Like I do think, like this may sound like copium, but I do think there's some validity to this. I do believe that a combat update is very likely within the next 2 years because of the initiatives they've made towards remedying 1.9. What I mean by that is, obviously after 1.9, they done the test snapshots, and Jeb said that the PvP aspect of it was done, I think, but the PvE aspect wasn't, and it was the next objective. Now, obviously, the test snapshots stopped, right, because of the never update and COVID and stuff like that. But you could argue that Mounts of Mayhem really improved PvE. It gave you a new challenge, it gave you a new weapon, it gave you a new mount. Like it solidifies mounted combat, right? Now, mounted combat was a thing before, obviously, but I think more so after Mounts of Mayhem. I do think now mounted combat. What I mean by that is, like, you know, on there's literally diamonds right here. I could have gone and taken that. On horses and Nautilus and stuff like that, it's now more of a widespread thing, like a more meta thing, I guess. Okay, not bad. So it's just the walls we need to do then. Interesting. And we could start the walls, but I won't do all the wall, like both walls today, on stream. I mean, actually, yeah, let's start it now. So, probably end stream soon, guys. If that's okay with you. But no, like, I say, obviously I won't be streaming the event, but I will be, like, you guys will know my thoughts about the drop. If it's combat related, I will probably scream. And I will make no apologies of that. I will be in hysterics, I really will be. Okay. And I might add like a design maybe. So it's not just dark oak, but we'll see. Maybe I might add some light and stuff. Right there with you. I just think, dude, a combat update is so needed and there's so much potential. There's so much, man. But again, it is incredibly important Mojang is taking their time on it, so there's that as well, right? Just wish they'd fucking hurry up. Almost 2 years since I've been asking for dual wielding parity. So I'm kind of tired. And only Mojang can put me out of my misery. And they know that. No, they don't. They have no idea. I doubt it'll be a full-on combat update, but it'll probably have something to spice up combat. It is interesting to think about. Inherently, whatever combat update it is, it puts both on parity. Both have to be on parity. And then for Java's sake, because otherwise this is just a Bedrock update. Now I know Bundles of Bravery was technically just a Bedrock update, but for Java they'd probably add like other combat stuff to spice it up as well. But inherently a combat update would put both systems on the same version, whether that's 1.9 or a newer system entirely, it would still be on the same system, right? They'd have to deliver that, in my opinion. I think I will do a different like design. Maybe I do like deepslate in between and wood on top and wood on bottom, because I don't really like having just wood. Or if it's a fishing update, I'd like what most people theorize. Maybe it will have some changes, so I can't fucking read, to fishing rods that could potentially maybe revive fishing rod PvP. Could do. I think a fishing update could bring penguins into the fold as well. I think penguins, like the idea of penguins, oh yeah, they help speed up boats. No one cares. Okay, no one cares, alright? If you made them, like, incorporate fishing into it, I don't know, like, they'd help you fish for better stuff, like better fish. That'd be insane, but will they do that? Who knows? You know, I don't know. Okay, the thing about this wall is that it's like there's no blocks to build off of. So this is going to take a very long time. But I personally do think it's a fishing update. Or drop, sorry. I do. Wait, that's wrong, isn't it? Yeah. I wonder, can you build off the rail? So it's like, you can. But that will probably take ages. Yeah, it's going to take... Actually, might not. If I lock in. Off to a good start then, Michael. Well done, you fucking prat. Please! Okay. Okay, we are not locking in. I would like to do this. This would be nice to do. I don't know if it tells you guys, but just warning you guys, there's an ad break in 45 seconds. I don't know what it tells me, to be honest with you, because like I don't get ads on my own stream. So I don't really know why it's like telling me. Maybe it's to tell you guys, I don't know. But just so like get your ad blockers ready or something. Because Twitch ads are a pain in the arse. They really are fucking annoying, aren't they? Okay. We're almost there. Almost. Almost. Oh yeah, by the way, recently we hit the anniversary of Affiliate. 1 year. We're also very close to hitting the 1 year anniversary of the VODs channel. We do have a VODs channel, by the way, guys, if you're watching this live. So if you miss anything or want to rewatch because I'm that awesome, you can. There's a VODs channel. I think it's Michael TBH VODs. And yeah, we're almost at a year of that, which is kind of insane. I've been doing this for like a year already. It's pretty wild to me. There's a bit of a gap here, yeah. Shit on it. Not that big of a gap though. But yeah, off stream, I'll get this area done. And I will mine the dark oak off stream as well, because I'll go to a biome for that. And I've mined a lot of dark oak on stream, and like recently, and I don't think you guys want to see that again. So close to each other, so. Ow. You little bastard. Am I stupid? I am stupid. Okay. Going back to April Fool snapshots, it's kind of like Mojang showcasing what they can do as mod devs, but that's very different from the main game. Exactly, yeah. I mean, they sometimes do add stuff, but it's not guaranteed that the April Fool stuff will come to the base game. But you know, they do sometimes add stuff. But I like the April Fool's stuff that they do, even though I can't play it most of the time. I like what they do, honestly. It gives them a lot of creative freedom and stuff, which I think is really nice because they're so talented. That sounded like sarcasm. I promise you, I'm not being sarcastic. Okay, how long have I got left of this? Let's do it a little bit higher. That's actually almost there, so let me bring it down. Okay. This took forever. It's just because there's no blocks here to connect to this mycopium. Anyway. What was that? Oh, that was like a warden sound, right? That was like it burrowing underground. Cool. Yeah, I definitely think I will add like something like I'll do dark oak for the top and bottom, but something will go in between. Maybe like some ores and stuff. Like what if I do like cobbled deep slate? Or regular deep slate, honestly, and then add some ores in. and stone, and add some ores in. Ow. I think that'd be cool. Shaping up to be a really nice area. I quite like this. We've finally done the ore stuff. I just got to add the little like roof overhang, which is going to require even more dark oak, but that's fine. How's the statue doing? I think it's progressed. Hopefully. Not bad. Well, on that note, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Hopefully it was enjoyable for you guys. I quite enjoyed it. It was a nice mining session and a nice discussion stream because I think those two go together pretty well. And we did have a lot to talk about, right? Because of Minecraft Live coming. And, yeah. So I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. Let me know if you did or didn't. I'll be quite sad if you didn't. But let me know if you did. Take care of yourselves, drink some water, play some Minecraft, check out the latest snapshot, but mostly preview, because the preview was pretty interesting, honestly. It's a lot of parody stuff, but very good parody stuff. So, and obviously we got Minecraft Live announcement, so that will definitely spice up things in the community for weeks to come. But yeah, until next time, guys, hope you have a good rest of your day, or morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.